Recording in progress.
Hi, friends. I'm Susan Axelrod, the Confidence Coach. I'm glad you found me. I'm here to share words of wisdom from a crone. Today, I'm talking to you about values, your personal values. When I was in my 30s, early 30s even, I was already married with young children. I had a career that I loved. My husband had a career that he loved. We had a house, a dog. We were good members of our community, volunteering. We were tied and connected to our family. It was all a lot. I was a type A. I went into therapy at that time. And very early on in my therapy, the therapist said to me, "What are your values?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, I see we have some work to do. And so she did an exercise with me to prioritize my values. I was so type A, so concrete, so linear in my thinking that when I had the little list of values that she shared with me, I couldn't even really prioritize them. The next week, I went back to my therapist. I handed her back the paper and I said, "They're all number one." And she said, "I see we have some work to do." From that time to this, I have learned about the importance of values prioritization. The rest of that story was that sometime later, I was talking to my older sister about this exercise and saying, I couldn't do it. I just felt that they were all the most important thing in my life. And my older sister said to me, "You do realize that you can change the prioritization of them later, don't you?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "As you grow and get older and things in your life change, you can change the prioritized order of values in your life. Before you have children or family might not be a value. You may be a yuppie single professional having a ball. Later, when you have children, that usually comes up into your number one value." And as soon as she said that, I said, "Oh, now I get it. That's how type A I was." Then I was more easily able to say, now I realize what my values, priorities are. And I knew later in life, which I am now, that I could change the prioritization of my personal values. Why are personal values important and why is knowing them important? Because it guides your life. Shortly after that, I happened on to Dr. John Demartini, who is an expert in this area. And I have followed him for 25 years, not kidding. And he has helped me learn my values, but most importantly, live by my values. When you know your values, you can focus there and cut out a lot of other noise. If you're aware of things that are deeply important to you, then it allows you to be more on track, on your track for you, and not distracted by what other people are telling you to do or talking to you about or wanting to do or inviting you to do. You can easily say to yourself, "That's not my priority value right now. This is my priority value right now." I can't say how important this life lesson has been for me. I'm pretty old now, and I still follow Dr. John Demartini because life is hard. It's complex. There's a lot going on. So today I want to show you briefly that I have created a tool called values prioritization. So you can see that I have created a simple handout with instructions for you to be able to begin to bring this in. to be able to begin to identify for yourself what your personal values are and then work to prioritize them. The instructions are simple. Review this list. I have a list here of 95 values, and I got this list online and I've massaged it over the years. And your job is to look at these values, each one, and then I say select 24. It's hard to really eliminate things when you look, well, is it more important to be positive or is it more important to me to be present? No, they're both as important as each other. It's very, very hard to really suss this out and really put these into priority order. So since I made this exercise, this is an exercise I've done many times over my decades. I made it easy. So you can select the top 24 for yourself. And then the next step is to review that list. Review, think, maybe talk with some friends or people you trust. And then from there, select 12. Why 12? Because there's 12 months in the year. And this will allow you, in no certain order, sometimes it's really hard to put them into the top priority order, except maybe the one or two obvious things. But this will allow you to really spend time focusing on your values. Is authenticity a value in your top 12? You can spend a whole month taking time. What does this mean? What does this mean to me? How will I work to be more authentic? What does that look like? What does that sound like? How do I feel when I am authentic? When I am in authenticity with my beloved or my family or friends or business colleagues? How does that go? How does that work? And so on and so forth. I don't do anything fast anymore. I'm like long and slow, baby. Life is busy. It's busy. I get it. There's a lot going on, none the least of which is distraction. And so I've created this tool to really support you in an ongoing way. And so you can see it says focus, select, define, apply, assess, and then repeat annually and enjoy life along the way. So you can see on my tool, I have left some open, some blanks so that you can put in something if it's not there. Go right ahead. You can see at the bottom, it says, remember, when it comes to your values, there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong when it comes to your personal values, which you may have to work on a little bit to break away from the assumed values of your family. You are a mature adult on your own now, independent, sentient, sovereign, and your values need to be your own. Now, it's possible that your family's values are your values. That's okay. But what I want is for you to really think about it for yourself and really bring this in. This is a great exercise to do as part of a couple with your partner. But I would really, really rather see you do this first for yourself. Then by all means, it would be amazing for you to share this with your partner. You can see the quote that I have at the bottom. Knowing your values offers a life compass, a true north for life. Use them to guide your decision-making, and you will stay on your best life course. Again, I want to really deeply, profoundly acknowledge Dr. John DeMartini and how much I've learned from him over the years, from all the free material that he has put out for decades. That's part of the reason I come here and do this too. So these are my words of wisdom from a crone today. Know your values and know the priority order of them, and life will be easier for you. Take good care. See you again soon.